Imagine walking into your brand new home. But before you can even turn on the lights, your house asks for your fingerprint, checks your temperature, and adjusts the lighting to match your mood. Sounds cool, right? But here's the twist. What if you had no choice? What if smart homes became mandatory for all new builds? Would that be a futuristic dream or a privacy nightmare waiting to happen? Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today, we're diving deep into a what-if scenario that might be closer to reality than you think. What if every newly built home had to be a smart home by law? No switches, no manual locks, just sensors, automation, and AI running your daily life. Let's break down what that world would actually look like, and the hidden pros and cons you probably haven't considered. So imagine this. It's 2035. Every new housing project, from city apartments to suburban homes, comes pre-installed with smart thermostats, AI-powered assistants, automated lighting, energy-saving systems, and full integration with national smart grids. Governments justify it by saying it's for efficiency, sustainability, and convenience. After all, smart homes reduce energy waste, save water, and optimize your bills automatically. It sounds like the perfect plan, right? But let's start with the upside. The reasons why people would actually love this shift. First, efficiency. Smart homes are designed to think for you. They track your patterns. When you wake up, leave for work, or go to bed, and adjust everything automatically. Imagine never having to touch a thermostat again. Your home learns your comfort level and keeps it perfect year-round. That's energy optimization on a personal level. Second, safety. With smart locks, surveillance cameras, motion sensors, and smoke detection systems, you'd have round-the-clock protection. Break-ins. The system would alert authorities instantly. Fire or gas leak. The AI would shut off utilities and even guide you to safety. It's like having a 24/7 digital bodyguard. Third, sustainability. Smart homes can reduce carbon footprints drastically. Automated systems can dim lights when no one's in the room, schedule appliance use during low-energy hours, and even reuse gray water for gardening. If every new home did this, imagine the environmental impact. Millions of tons of CO2 saved every year. And then there's comfort. Smart mirrors that give you weather updates while you brush your teeth. Kitchens that preheat the oven the moment you step in. AI assistants that remind you of meetings or play relaxing music after a stressful day. In short, your home becomes a living extension of you. Intuitive, responsive, and almost caring. But here's where the excitement starts to fade and the questions begin. Because when something becomes mandatory, it's no longer a luxury, it's an obligation. And that changes everything. Let's talk about the hidden costs. Smart homes rely on technology, lots of it. Sensors, processors, Wi-Fi routers, cloud servers. Who maintains all of that? When systems fail, and they will, repairs won't be cheap. You can't just replace a light switch anymore. You might need a certified technician, or even a full software update. That's a level of dependency we've never had before in our living spaces. Then there's data. Every move you make in a smart home is tracked. Temperature preferences, sleep cycles, water usage, even the time you open your fridge. If all new homes are smart by default, it means every citizen's domestic life becomes data. Who owns that data? The homeowner? The tech company? The government? It's not hard to imagine how this could spiral into a massive privacy issue. And here's where it gets darker. In a mandatory smart home system, opting out isn't an option. You can't decide to disconnect because the infrastructure itself depends on smart integration. Imagine refusing an update or declining to link your home to the central grid, and suddenly, your lights or security system stop working properly. That's not just inconvenient. That's control. Think about power outages or system hacks. A cyber attack could potentially disable thousands of homes at once. In today's world, a blackout is an inconvenience. In a mandatory smart home world, it could be chaos. No locks, no alarms, no heating. The more connected we are, the more vulnerable we become. And then there's the psychological impact. When your home constantly monitors you, your habits, moods, and health, does it still feel like your space? Or does it feel like living with a silent observer, always analyzing, always optimizing? Some people might love the convenience. Others might feel trapped, watched, even manipulated. Now let's talk economics. Making smart homes mandatory would mean new homes cost significantly more. Sensors, software, integration, they all add up. Governments might argue that energy savings balance the cost in the long run, but for first-time buyers or low-income families, that upfront price could be overwhelming. Could we be creating a new kind of inequality, where only the wealthy can afford to maintain these mandatory systems properly? There's also the cultural angle. In some parts of the world, people still prefer simpler living, hand-built homes, traditional craftsmanship, natural ventilation instead of air conditioning. Would mandatory smart homes erase those traditions? Would manual living become illegal or seen as outdated? We could lose more than just privacy. We could lose identity. But to be fair, there's a flip side even to these concerns. Proponents would argue that as technology scales, costs would drop, security would improve, and ethical frameworks would evolve. Imagine if smart home data were stored locally and encrypted, accessible only to the homeowner. Or if governments mandated open-source systems so no company could monopolize control. That would create a balance between innovation and freedom. In that world, smart homes could become true partners, helping humanity live sustainably without compromising independence. Picture a society where every house contributes to a global energy network, balancing power usage intelligently and reducing waste. A home that alerts doctors if someone elderly inside has a medical emergency. A house that literally cares for its inhabitants. That's the optimistic future, but we have to earn it. Making smart homes mandatory without solving privacy, security, and ethical challenges could backfire spectacularly. We'd be building a digital ecosystem on fragile foundations, trading convenience for control and freedom for automation. So here's the question I'll leave you with. If tomorrow, your government announced that every new home must be smart by law, no exceptions, would you feel safer? Or less free? Because in the end, technology isn't inherently good or bad. It's a mirror. It reflects our values, our fears, and our ambitions. Smart homes could either empower us or entrap us. The outcome depends entirely on how much control we're willing to give up for comfort. If you found this scenario thought-provoking, make sure to hit the like button and share it with someone who still thinks a smart home just means Alexa playing their favorite songs. Trust me, this conversation is only just beginning. And in a future where your walls can think, listen, and remember, it's a conversation we all need to have. Thanks for watching, and as always, stay curious, stay critical, and I'll see you in the next one.